We're talking with David Wakefield. He's with SIBME. Seeing is believing. Improved teaching and learning with private video collaboration. David, tell me a little bit about your product.
Sure. Well, I was a teacher for 10 years, and in my department, I was a department chair. A lot of my teachers needed help and support, but we all taught at the same time. So how do you support teachers when everybody's working at the same time? I needed to figure out a way to stop time and to really focus and hone in on what people needed help with, as opposed to traditionally in professional development in schools, it's very compliance driven, check the boxes. Administrator goes in the back of the room and actually just, 5 days later might give a form. The teacher doesn't really know.
Forgot what they were doing.
Forgot they were doing.
Yeah.
So how do you?
What is this form
How do you
about?
make teacher development more efficient? How do you make it more useful so it's not a waste of your time?
Okay, so you came up with SIBME. So what is SIBME?
So it's a private video collaboration platform that allows a teacher to record themselves teaching with a smartphone in the class.
So they got any kind of smartphone?
Any iOS for now, but soon to be Android.
Good. No, keep it that way.
And they can use a tripod. We're also integrated with a swivel. You may have seen these guys. They're down the street over here. And you can record, self-record, stop and start recording, and capture a full lesson or 10 minutes.
How do you do that? How do they do that with
We have a timer on the app.
Okay.
But if you use the swivel, our third-party device, it is integrated with their hardware, so it'll recognize our app, and then you can immediately start recording and track. It'll track your movement as you walk around the room, and then you can stop and start and take clips. So if you only want to capture 10 minutes of the lesson, you can capture it from the front of the room without having to go back and stop and start.
Okay.
And then you can, after the lesson, decide, do I want to upload this and share it with my private workspace, so with others that are either supporting me, or do I want to just review it for myself for self-reflection? Same way an athlete would review game tape to get better in a performance.
Okay, so I recorded myself. What do I see after I've recorded myself?
There's so many things you can see in a video, right? Like your behavior, your mannerisms, how you're interacting, your questioning techniques, your strategies of how you're engaging your students. Are you waiting long enough appropriately? Are you calling on students, balancing your questioning when you're working with? Are you focusing in on one part of the room more than another part of the room? So teachers oftentimes have a bias or develop a bias in their room towards a certain group of kids.
So does the app actually allow them to count those kind of things? Or
it doesn't yet, but our app does allow on the timeline, the video timeline, you can stamp the timeline at minute 3:22. You could add a comment and have a conversation around that exact moment and go right to it. Click that timer and it'll take you right to that exact moment.
Okay, so where's the video stored?
It's stored on Amazon Web Services.
Okay.
So there's my classroom right here. You can see it. And this was
sheet that looks like this.
I was recording with a swivel.
Okay. Small sheet.
Following me around the room. Now, if I was an instructional coach or somebody that's going to support them, I could add a comment at this exact moment.
Okay.
And then I can just type my comment in at 3:37, and then anybody that's reviewing this, whether it's my coach or new teacher or mentor, they can go in there and have a conversation around my lesson.
Interesting. So this is really good. It sounds like a self-reflective professional development tool.
Exactly.
Okay. And so what's the cost?
$60 per user per year.
$60 per user.
$5 a month. You can get
the app is on the.
You would sign up on the web for an account, and then you would download the app for free in the iTunes store. So the iPad or iPhone.
Where do they go to sign up?
They would go to www.sibme.com.
SIBME as in SIBME.com. Okay.
And they have a 60-day free trial. They can use it as much as they'd like. If they don't like it, they don't have to continue with it. No credit card. Just test drive it, see if you like it, and then if you find it useful and you think it's a great productivity tool, saves you a lot of time and energy.
So multiple people can see it, like a coach and a teacher.
Yeah, you can invite people into the application. Right. So there's administrative features built in where you can give people certain permissions and privileges. They can't upload the video, they can't comment, they can only view, and you can create workspaces in your department. So let's just say you were managing 10. Say you're an instructional coach and you're managing 10 teachers across campuses. You can create private workspaces for each of these teachers, and you can organize all the data, documents, videos, and you can help them with lesson planning as well. So like you can have a huddle discussion around like planning, So it's more than just video, but it's just a better way to, it's a better workflow, a better process for helping people more efficient.
So $5 a month.
$5 a month per teacher.
$60 per year.
Yep.
So why don't you run it in 9-month increments instead of 12 months? Because schools are 9 months.
Well, you probably want to look at, maybe you want to review that data over the summer, and you might want that. They're going to probably have professional development in the summer. If you're an administrator, a lot of them are on 12-month contracts, so you maybe don't want to kiss this goodbye. You want to store all this data over long periods of time, so you can set goals and see how you've improved. So historically, people will capture video, they'll leave it on an iPad, and then what do you do with that video? So you want to show progress. You want to show that you're getting results over time. Just like an athlete would review game tape, they store all that video and they go back to it later.
All right. So SIBME.com is the place where they would go, and you're David
Wakefield. Yes, co-founder of SIBME.
You're the co-founder. You're the boss. So.
Yeah. Startup in Houston. So we're out of Houston, Texas.
So then you got to come to El Paso, man, because El Paso needs you.
I would love to come visit.
All right, David. Thanks for talking to us.
Thanks a lot.